Hi friends, I'm Arijit. Welcome to GRE Capsule of 500 most important words for GRE. Let's get started. The first word is ancillary. Ancillary, anything that serves as an accessory. As an accessory is an ancillary, providing necessary support to the primary activities or operation. Ancillary is something that is supporting. Let's look at them. At the usage of these words, inventories are sometimes stored in ancillary locations, not the main location, but the ancillary location. Textbooks are often supplemented by workbooks and other ancillary material. We often use the word ancillary stuff. Let's look at the synonyms. Subordinate, secondary, somebody who is not the primary person. Secondary, who is a replacement, who is a deputy, who is a proxy, he attends for someone else. Reserve, not the main force, but the reserve force or the ancillary force. Surrogate, surrogate is basically a surrogate is a substitute or replacement or an agent or a person who acts on somebody else's behalf. Let's look at the next word. Antecedents. This word can both mean ancestors and events of one's earlier life. Ancestors as well as events of earlier life. So there are two ways it can be used. Let's look at the usage, you'll understand it better. His emotional problems are easily explained when one knows about his antecedents. His defense attorney hoped to suppress his client's antecedents, means the ancestors during the trial. The first one being the events of the earlier life, the second one being the ancestors. Let's look at the synonyms. The precursors. Precursors are people from the past. Forerunner. Forerunner is someone or something that precedes, like overcast is a forerunner for the rain. Predecessor. Predecessor is somebody who is from past. Ancestors, forefathers, forebearers, not forebearer, forebearer. Progenitor. Progenitor. Progenitor of modern music. He is the progenitor of modern music. Descent. Genealogy. Genealogy is the study of the line of descent, basically. So, line of ancestry is studied through genealogy. Let's look at the next word. Next two words are anthropology and anthropomorphic. Anthropology, the study of human societies and cultures and their development. The study of mankind, its origin, the development, customs, and the racial characteristics is anthropology. Anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphic means any act or statement that ascribes human characteristics to gods, animals, or objects. Let's take a few examples, we will understand it better. The ancient Greek and Roman descriptions of their gods as loving, drinking, fighting, etc. were anthropomorphic. We may use this word. These are anthropomorphic examples like, my rhododendron looks tired. This is a plant, looks tired. So a usage like this is called an anthropomorphic usage. Oh, poor goldfish. That's again anthropomorphic. You are giving human characteristics to something which is not human. Okay, let's go to the next word. Antipathy. Antipathy. An antipathy fills us with aversion and a strong dislike. Antipathy is basically aversion and a strong dislike. A strong, subtle, unchanging feeling of abhorrence towards a particular person, activity, style, type of food, ways of life, race, etc. is called as antipathy. Let's look at two examples. He has an antipathy to travel. His fundamental antipathy to capitalism. His strong dislike. Let's look at the synonyms. Hostility, antagonism, animosity. The word comes from animal, animosity. Aversion, animus. Animus is the ill feeling. Animus means an ill feeling. The politician's animus towards his opponents. is animus. Abhorrence, when you hate somebody, you loathe somebody. Loathing, repugnance. Okay. Odium. Odium means widespread hatred for somebody. He got widespread odium for his failure in an important mission. That's odium. Grudge. To have grudge against somebody is again a feeling of dislike. Antipathy can be related to two other words: sympathy, empathy, and apathy. Sympathy is a feeling of pity for somebody. Empathy is when you put yourself in his or her shoes and try to feel it. That's empathy. I've been empathetic to the situation because I have faced a similar crisis in my life. Apathy. Apathy is I do not care. I do not care. That's apathy. Whatever is happening, I do not know. Lack of interest in anything is apathy. Okay. So antipathy, sympathy, empathy, apathy, all drawing from pathos. Okay. So let's move on to the next word. Aplomb. Aplomb means, aplomb is the self-assurance or the poise. Self-assurance or poise. A person with aplomb is not fazed or disconcerted under the worst or the trying circumstances. Trying circumstances, if they do not keep a person unfazed, that's aplomb kind of thing. People with aplomb stand up straight. They never cringe. So that's aplomb. Let's look at two examples. With aplomb, the bomb expert quickly defused the deadly device. With aplomb, with poise, with calmness. He received a job offer because of his ability to handle tasks with aplomb. Let's look at the synonym. Poise, self-assurance, self-possession, self-confidence, calmness, composure, collectedness. Collectedness. Collectedness means to be collected is to be calm, cool, and collected. This is not sang-froid, this is sang-froid. Sang-froid means cold-blooded. Cold-blooded means to be cool, near temperament, to be calm, to be collected. Nonchalance, again, somebody who is aplomb, who is not really who is very calm, composed, and is very self-confident. That's nonchalance. This word is not savoir-faire. It means savoir-faire. That means to be very sophisticated, to be very graceful, to be graceful, to be sophisticated, to be polished. That's savoir-faire. There's another word for a sanguine. Sang-froid, savoir-faire, sanguine. They all draw from the connection is sang, which is blood red. So sanguine is somebody who is positive, enthusiastic, etc. So the word sang is what it is drawing, sang-froid, savoir-faire, which all means to be calm, composed. Sanguine means to be very positive. Okay, let's go to the next one. Apocryphal. Apocryphal. This word is used to describe things, usually stories or reports of questionable authenticity. Anything which has got questionable authenticity is apocryphal. Any writing of dubious authenticity is called as apocryphal. Let's look at two examples. The whole story may be apocryphal, may not be true, untrue. Apocryphal tales gallop across the country with lightning speed. Hearsays, they basically move faster than the reality. So that's it. So the next one, let's look at the synonyms. Fictitious, anything that is hearsay or that is apocryphal is fictitious, which is fabricated, which has been generated, which which has been cooked up. Spurious. Spurious again means something which is false, which is specious, which is fictitious, which is counterfeit. Imaginary, mystical, legendary. Legendary means anything that is based on legends or fairy tales. Legendary has got another meaning, something which is very famous. His selling skills are legendary. Renowned, remarkable, something that is legendary. Legendary also means something that has been drawn from tales, from stories. Dubious, doubtful, debatable. Unsubstantiated, substantiated which is supported with facts. Unsubstantiated, something that is not supported by any facts. Let's go to the next word. Apogee. Apogee means, apogee is usually is used frequently to mean the highest point or anything, or in that sense it can mean the climax or the summit. In astronomy, apogee has got a different meaning altogether. The point in the orbit of any planet or the satellite of the moon when it is the farthest from the earth. The opposite is perigee, so that's apogee. Apogee has got two meanings, basically the highest point and there is the farthest from the planet. So this is an astronomy kind of meaning, and this is the one we use in general language. Let's look at the example. Trade with China is just getting started. It will be a long time before it reaches its apogee. Let's look at the synonymous words. The climax, the pinnacle, the peak, the top, the summit, the crest, the zenith. Apotheosis. Apotheosis is basically the highest point, the elevation to the highest point. This also means to elevate somebody to a divine status. Apotheosis of someone is to elevate somebody to a divine status. Also, let's look at the other ones. The apex means the top point. The vertex is not denouement, it's denouement. You can pronounce it like this, denouement. Denouement is the final part of any play or a film. Is the epilogue, actually, is the final part of a movie or a play. That's a denouement. Consummation, that's again the end of anything. It's consummation. Let's move on. Okay, here we come to an end. So I believe you must be knowing now the meaning of all these 5 words which were discussed just now. In case you still do not know, you'll have to go back to the video once more and watch out for yourselves. I'll see you again in the next video with another set of words. Till then, happy learning.